Scola.
Aaron, I have to say, and I'm never going to say this again, probably. Did you see the show this morning?
I saw part of it.
I think I watched some of it, and everything I saw was like, it was either yesterday or today. I was like, this is actually tolerable, because I mean, like, he didn't mention the goal.
Oh, we watched different things. What are you? I mean, what are you talking about?
He was like in a good mood. His spirits were up.
He didn't mention the goal. What are you talking about?
It was the day.
Media player will have a 38-minute clip of him later begging.
Well, he did keep mentioning that he wasn't mentioning the goal. So I mean,
right. That's mentioning the goal.
That is mentioning it.
Aaron kept mentioning that he can't mention what a bitch his ex-wife is.
Manipulated again. Damn, I fell for it. You got to watch that steel toe. He gets that shit.
Yeah, he does this thing now where he's like, I won't even bring up the goal, guys. We haven't been bringing up the goal even. Like, that's bringing up the goal.
Goal.
You're just bringing up how much self-control you have.
Well, so why haven't you given super tips to Steel Toe? Imagine what you could do.
He mentioned it today. He hinted at it. They're in talks. Like, make a nice little drip.
No, we're gonna wait for the lawsuit. These guys. He first of all, he mentioned it on the morning show yesterday, and then he was like, a lot of people want me to sue, but I'm not a piece of shit, so I'm not gonna do that. And then in the night show, when Matt was on, he was like, and I got something looming. I can drop it anytime. And he muted the mic, and he was like, and Matt was like, oh, and I can get on that too because I got one. And it's like, oh, you're gonna sue me because of super tips? I wonder what you're talking about.
Fuck! You have nothing to do. But
he announced it in the morning, and then at night he was like, "This is a secret weapon nobody knows about." It's like, okay, this guy sucks.
Maybe I am a faggot.
It's bad.
What an idiot. Bad. Well, I mean, it's like you said when you broke it down how much money Honey Boo Boo's mom would be getting, Mama June. It's pretty minimal.
Because I heard Johnny and Aaron were talking about this morning, maybe, or yesterday morning, I guess, because he wasn't on this morning. But and Johnny was like, they were talking, and they were like, yeah, we should get like half of the tips. Like, oh, and you go, oh, that's what they're thinking. They think a listener of my show gave me $10, and because it was using your voice, you should get half of it. That's how licensing works.
Yeah.
Like when you buy a hat that's by the Yupong Corporation, but it has a Yankees logo, you think the Yankees got half of what the hat cost.
Sure.
You think that's the licensing?
Half. That sounds about right.
They get pennies on the dollar. Pennies.
Hey, yeah. I get half.
You're going to get...
Takes a while.
I owe everyone dozens of dollars. You fucking idiots. Come get it.
Yeah,
but that's what I realized they think they get the tip. Like, he used my voice, so I get that whole $10. It's like, yeah, that's what a court's gonna say. You fucking idiots.
Well, not only that, but also like, there's a chance that it's just not. They don't get anything. I mean, like you said, it's new. It's a new thing.
I would settle before I ever got to that. I'm not. Again, come get it. I'll tell you what I owe you. It's not a crazy deal. And again, we want to build in the back end where, like, if Doug wants to have his voice available on the platform for other creators to use, he can set his Stripe up and he'll just get a deposit every time his voice is used. It'll be pennies, but you'll get it. Yeah. And like Kumia could do that and Aaron could do that. And we want to build that, but it's like, it'll take me to court before the thing even launches and we're probably not going to work together.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It seems like it's needlessly complicating the whole thing. I mean,
look, Aaron's would be due hundreds and hundreds of dollars for sure.
Yeah, he's actually pretty
popular. He acted like it was this big thing looming over my head. He could drop it any minute. I'm like, I could write a check for that. I might have it on me.
How many goals is that?
Right. It's like if he wanted all the tips, I could like. It's not going to be what he thinks. He misunderstood something too. He was like. He admitted he makes the most money off my voice from anything. And it's like, I did?
What? You said
you
it was
know
the
that
most popular voice, but he thinks that's where you
right. But most of the tips, you know this, most of the tips are not voice tips. Like especially the like hundreds will be like a just a text tip. He when he started the show this morning, he goes, "Yeah, I wanted to see if we could just do a show without Johnny." And it's like, yeah, you can. Like Johnny doesn't. That's why when he took last Monday off because Johnny was sick or whatever, I was like, what? He acted like he needed Gino and Keanu. And then when they were gone, he didn't replace them. He acted like he needed April. But when she was gone, he didn't replace her. Like this thing of keeping Matt and the way he talks, like Matt's killing it lately on nights. It's like, what? What was your favorite Matt bit? What was your favorite?
It's the one where he said, if he's
when he goes, if Melton, yeah, the math, like what the fuck was that? His brain shit itself.
Then why he's got those 1,000 viewers? He went off, signed off. He's got 1,000.
Then how come he's got 1,000 viewers then? It's like, well, that is a. And then Aaron had to just go, yeah.
He did everything but like look at the camera. He didn't quite break the fourth wall.
It was one of the best.
Yeah, that was great. That was.
Yeah, what's your favorite Matt bit? Like, that's so insane to be like, Matt's been like crushing it, dude. Like, if Johnny took off, I'd love to have Matt do mornings. It's just like,
I guess.
If that's Matt at night, I don't want to see him when he's groggy in the morning.
But it's different guys, all full of energy and shit. I think he probably is just trying to put Johnny on notice, right? For one thing, and also, it's like instead of paying him more, he's been talking about a raise for them for a long time. I saw a soft video. Oh, go ahead.
If you had a co-host and they sat there making the faces and at the camera that Johnny makes for the whole show, just
yeah,
like that's Johnny the whole show. Sometimes while Aaron's begging, he looks at the camera and just goes. Like it's like he knows he's just there. He needs the money. It's a couple hundred a week, and in Minnesota that's not nothing. You live in the middle of nowhere, and I mean so do I. I actually live in the middle of nowhere.
I live in the downtown Noog, but Johnny mugs the whole time, the whole show. He mugs.
Yeah, so if my co-host did that, I'd have to let you go. Like, we don't need you to just sit here and frowny face the whole program. Just he's resting.
He's like Jim from The Office the whole time,
Yeah, just resting MS face.
He's got to hang in there for that super tip deal that's coming.
Hey, do the muscles in your face work, Johnny?
Oh, no.
Very Jesus Christ. Can the corners of your mouth stand?
What's the thing? That was the thing. The show that I watched with him and Johnny, whether it was yesterday or this morning, I guess it was yesterday, they were laughing and Johnny was laughing, and it was like, it was weird. It was like, if you got an older sibling, sometimes they're nice to you, sometimes they're a dick. It's like he'd been a dick for a long time, and now older brother Aaron is being nice, and he was just, it was weird. It was like, they had a relationship. I didn't even know.
But they don't.
Haven't they worked together a lot?
Who, Johnny and Aaron?
Yeah.
Where?
I mean, weren't they on the radio together?
Yeah, you want to watch some of it?
Sure. If it's worth it. I mean, I thought they went way
it's
back.
Not.
Because Aaron was lying about where the kids were one night or something and where he took them. Really, you only need to see the last 10 minutes of the whole 2 hours or whatever. But it's interesting. He thinks that.
And then he said they spent the night. It was when they spent the night at his parents, and he said that like he had them all day or something. But it was like you said they.
Yeah, and he said that like with buying dinner, he's like you wouldn't buy the guy dinner for watching his son's kids, because it's Nick's dad, because you wouldn't, whatever. And yet Aaron was like, thanks for watching the kids. It's like, why would you say thanks for watching the kids when it's like Nick's kids. It doesn't make any sense. Because he was talking about why he paid for dinner.
Well, it was like the time when he clearly had Ricada's kids upstairs, and he was like, I got a bunch of kids upstairs, I gotta plan a birthday party. Well, they weren't his kids.
Right.
April was over at Nick's house fucking him, and Kayla was over at his house with the kid. So he uses that, There are times he outright lies, like, April, she must be making candied bacon again. She brought me she brought me some roasted almonds. I think that means she still loves me. Like, yeah.
She's up there wearing just an apron and nothing else.
Almonds are her love language.
She's up there, April's up there stirring the sauce and shit, right? But man,
it's too good. I love it. I can't get enough of it. He can't act. He acts like it's the best time of his life. Like things are going great.
Oh,
he said today. He said that donations are just getting slower and slower and slower, but our audience has never been bigger. And you just go,
that's success.
What is that? Like he's literally got his head in the sand now. He's like, we've never had more listeners, and it's getting harder and harder to raise money. And I go, yeah, because one of those things is a lie.
We've got this huge audience. They're just real stingy motherfuckers, I guess. All these new fuckers.
It's raining, but I just keep drying off.
He keeps saying something about. He keeps saying something about a month. Like in a month, I have to keep doing this for a month. Do you think it's because he's planning on spending some time in the Who's Go?
We thought like initially it's because he was supposed to start that radio job in September. He said September.
Oh,
well,
that's right.
As of today, it's coming on. So
there's been a delay.
Then he said it has to wait until this thing from May passes. But the theory now is that, like, again, the DA may really go like, you're gonna have to do jail time or you're gonna have to take a felony. It's like 30 days or a felony.
And he's already made his decision. It's not going to be a felony.
No one wants to, any lawyer would tell you too, like, don't do the 30 days if you can. And there's a theory that he's stockpiling money up. That's why he wants to hit future goals now. If he can knock out all the goals for next week and then disappear like the guy with my micro machines.
Oh yeah. What are the micro machines? There must have been after my day. I don't know the micro machines.
They're like Hot Wheels, but way tinier and more intricate.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Now I remember something about that.
They were micro machines.
Wait, I thought some kid disappeared with your jeans. Did that happen too?
that was a different time.
So you've had multiple times.
He said, "Go behind the bushes. We'll be right there." Remember when Aaron's like, Kevin called me this weekend. It's like, oh, when you got arrested, when your warrant was out for your arrest, he called you? He called you last weekend when nothing was going on?
Alex Stein, he checked in with him. That was nice. He was very kind to do that.
Yeah, they're so dumb. These guys are so dumb.
You got to take your victories where you can, I guess, in that situation. I mean, imagine that feeling, you get cucked out for that. She'd rather have half of this husband than you as a whole husband with all your history, which isn't that long anyway. I mean, it was only 2 years ago they got married, or it's been within.
I mean,
2
who
years.
knows? Who knows if they're even like still banging, or is April like actually just like the nanny now, or?
That's true. Yeah, you never know.
Like, look, this can shake up a lot. So like, we don't know if she's living in that other house. We don't know if she's living in the main house. We don't know if she is the nanny. She's not the nanny. He just feels bad. Like, and by the way, I don't have any inside knowledge about any of this. I'm just saying, like, we don't. It's all speculative. Like, clearly, like, I think somebody did some detective work, and that photo she posted recently was at Nick's house. They can see the reflection of the cladding and the door in her sunglasses, and it's Nick's house. So don't ever try to fool the internet ever.
Right.
But
well,
I mean,
if I was going to hire a nanny, top of my list would be April. to take care of my kids. You know,
She was probably good with Aaron's kid. Remember, she was the one who always had to cook. She was the one who always cleaned them up after supper. She was the one who tucked them in, you know, until she was up there doing blow in the bedroom to get away from him because of Charlotte's incessant nagging. Am I fat? Am I fat? Yes, Charlotte.
He's obsessed with saying their names. He knows about
I love this idea that Charlotte's got a fat complex. I mean, she's a 10-year-old girl. Of course she does.
Yeah, and she's fat. So,
right. So you're definitely going to have one. Oh, that's mean.
When you're a husky female, you need to back off on some of those mashed potatoes. Poor thing. You think that, like...
Yeah, she's been dipping all of her meats in mashed potatoes.
You had to cool them off.
To make them unspicy. One of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
And he's like, huh.
He's like, Charlotte figured out. Yeah. We were all in an escape room, and Charlotte figured out if you dip the spicy chicken in the mashed potatoes, it's not as spicy.
And it dilutes all that spice.
Fuck. He was only 37 when he learned that.
Yeah. Well,
it's like, did you know you can take a drink of something cold after you eat something hot?
Out of the mouths of
Charlotte figured Louis figured out if you eat enough pennies.
Socks first, then shoes.
If you swallow enough pieces of gum,
you never poop again. Do you think they ever saw them when he said we slept 4 to a bed like it was a detail? I was just like, that's the most amazing shit I've ever heard. Because we slept
like Grandpa George and Grandma Georgine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Bob and Carol, Ted and Alice. You ever
Jesus Christ!
Just
he used to suck Nick's toes.
Oh God.
I don't know what I can't. I hope the truth comes out someday about that, or the complete story.
Oh, I have a feeling when Nick can talk. Woo.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it going to make him look? Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing, man. Yeah,
at this point, all of it is true. Yeah.
Right.
At the beginning, is like, oh come on, this has got to be grossly exaggerated. No.
Well, the way I got dug into
Schrodinger's gay.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Right now, he's all of it and more.
I showed him that clip of Aaron and April on the show when he said, like, don't tell them that in front of them.
Right.
You know, about the orgasming thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this must be a bit or something. And then it clearly wasn't a bit.
Well, they're obviously doing a bit, you know, and no, it wasn't.
Guy's losing it.
Everything came true.
You don't really think it's ending. You don't really think it's ending, do you?
I don't know what ending means.
It means him not doing the show anymore.
I don't think he'll ever go. This was kind of proved out the other day because he last night, Monday night, because he kind of like didn't hit the goal. He was 105 off, and he's like, I can't afford to miss this. I have to stay on. Like I told you this. I told everybody, don't give him any money, and his threats of like, I'll go, no overtime are stupid. He had to make money. He has to stream. So he shan't go anywhere. He will have to stream to make money. So last night it happened. He was 105 short of the goal. And he told Matt, he's like, I can't go off. I can't miss goals. I got to stay on. I got to stay on and beg. So it happened. The walls are crumbling down. Like everyone's realizing like this will never end. The guys who give 10 a day, 5 a day, 50 a day. I don't get like, you know, and again, it's 7 guys. It's 7 people. He was giving away gift cards today to anybody. He was selling the gift cards again today. So anybody who gives over 20 gets a $50 Stoney's gift card. And while you're in town, swing by E-Sig Lounge.
Wait, didn't you just mention that he didn't do them anymore?
Right. So they're back this week.
So he heard that and he's like, damn, I forgot about that. Yeah, the gift card.
Yeah. So he said they just came in. He said all last month's got mailed out. So, and it's like You didn't give any out last month. So I bet they are all out. For the first time, they are all out.
He's still got.
And
April.
then he admitted. And then he admitted this morning. This is why you're saying like this morning was a great show. It's pretty much just a show. I'm like, he admitted this morning that it would cost him $3,000 to send hats to all the VIPs, and then he grossly miscalculated, and that the VIPs will not be getting free merch anymore. Well, that's why they joined.
Yeah, you're supposed to take
people were like,
they gave you and use that.
Literally, this is what he said. Literally, he goes. So if I took your money and you thought you were going to get that stuff, and now I'm not going to give you that stuff, if that's a scam, then yeah, I scammed you. It's like,
you happy now?
So that is what happened. Because he said the thing is he took $250 from people. He's such a short-sighted nincompoop. Like he's so dumb in business. He took $250 from people, and that's such a fucking big windfall up front that he's like, you get 4 pieces of free merch a year every time Steel Toe comes out with merch. It's not $250 a year, it's $250 lifetime. You get free merch 4 times a year for life.
Oh my God.
How would that work?
For
Shirt
life.
club? Like what? How would this work? So today he admitted like we can't afford to make hats, and if we did, the VIPs wouldn't get them because that would cost me like $3,000, and I like we don't have any money, guys. He's like, we don't have any. It's like, yeah, right. Like anybody, like April was sitting there when he came up with this idea and didn't go like, we couldn't even afford to do that for a year. Really, it would not be worth $250 to like.
How much of that would we even get?
Yeah.
Damn. Bad idea.
So it's so good. It's getting so good.
So if I took your money and didn't give you what I said I'd give you, if that's a scam, okay.
Yes.
He said it. He's like, yeah, if that makes it a scam, then yes, I scammed you.
That's ridiculous.
Next comment.
Yes. We're moving on. That's done.
But now if you don't, but it's funny, last night was the first time they were 105 off the goal, and he's like, well, I got to do overtime until we hit the goal. Uh-oh. That's a very different show. That's a very, we keep Aaron on the air until he hits the goal. That becomes a whole new, if he lets that flip slowly, it's going to be bad. He'll be on there for days. His eyes are drooping. Slam Piece is dead in the corner with Gordy. He's just.
We're $5 away from the goal. Please send the last $5.
God, let me go to sleep. It's been 18 hours. My children haven't eaten.
Hit the like button.
And be like, hey, yeah.
Okay, fuck you, Doom.
Goodbye. I'll do it like that show. Goodbye.
Shut up, Doom. And don't you dare clip this, you son of a bitch.
I'd be careful about that Doom guy.
Doom's a weirdo. By the way, if you listen to anything that Doom guy says, you're probably listening to a mentally retarded person.
Doom, you're gone again. That's it. I'm so sick of you anyway.